Should I invest my hard earned money into IPOs? What should be the right investment strategies? Are IPO investments even successful? Now, these are the questions I have been asked too many amount of time for me to make this video. My name is Arpit Arora. I'm India's leading personal finance expert and passive income coach. I help entrepreneurs and professionals to eliminate the dependence of money they have on their business, job, or profession so that they can live a life completely free of money worries and be able to follow the passion without the problem of money in their life. Now, in this video, I'll be sharing with you the exact strategy right from scratch of why IPO investings do or don't work, what has been the old traditional strategy around this, and what should you be doing to ensure that you make a lot of money using IPO investing. Watch very carefully.
I want to talk to you about IPO investing. Okay, so if you can see on my screen, let's look at the year 2020. Here, I'm going to show you. So what we're doing is, just for everyone to be on the same page, IPO means initial public offer. When a company which is not listed on the stock exchange gets listed, that process is called IPO, which is the initial offer to the public to buy that share. Okay, clear and simple so far? I hope it is for everyone. So on this site, I saw what we are trying to look at is the listing gains or loss, listing gain or loss. So the main word is on the day, here it is, on the day when the IPO gets listed, is there a profit or is there a loss? So if you just invest in every single IPO, are you going to make a profit or a loss? In 2020, Angel Broking gave a 10% loss, CAMS gave a 14% gain, Chemcon gained 72%, Route Mobile 86%, Happiest Minds 123%, Mindspace 10%, Yes Bank 2.5%, Rosari Biotech 75%, SBI Cards 9.51%. Looking at this data, do you think we should invest in every single IPO that happens, yes or no? As per this data, does it, isn't it like common sense कि फिर तो पैसा सब में लगाना चाहिए, correct, right? Yes, yes, no? Okay, I'm going to take you back to last year. I'm going to show you something more amazing than this. This is last year. Prince Pipes gave 6% negative, Ujjwal gave 51% positive, CSB gave 51%, IRCTC Indian Railways gave 127%, Vishwaraj was 0.5%, Sterling and Wilson Solar was 7 negative, Spandana was almost 0, then 17%, 33%, 22%, 21%, 9%. So almost, again, can I safely say, looking at this data, safely 70% of anywhere that you put your money in IPO, it is going to be in a profit. 70%, almost 70%. Can I say that? But that's where you're wrong. But that would not give you a profit, that will give you a loss. I believe that 70% of the IPOs, despite going in positive, will still give you a loss. And I'll tell you how. Do you want to know how? How and why will that happen? Yes? Okay, assume the situation. There are two scenarios, scenario A, scenario B. Or let me try to draw this on my screen so it's even easier for everyone to follow. Okay? And you're going to love this example. This is the common mistake a lot of people are doing, and it pains me to see that this should have been cleared even before the investing part. And I'll ensure that at least it is clear for you, if not for other people. So I'm going to share my screen with you now. Right, let's take two scenarios. I'm going to draw this, and mind, just don't mind my poor handwriting. Two scenarios, scenario A, scenario B. Scenario A, in both cases, you invest 1 lakh rupees, okay? 1 lakh rupees is invested in a IPO. In the first case, you are going to get a listing gain. In second case, you're going to get a listing loss, okay? Let's just take those examples, okay? Fair enough so far, simple to understand, easy so far. Now, in the scenario that where you're going to get a gain, what happens in a scenario when you're going to get a loss? When there is a gain, it means that it is the company or this subscription is going to get oversubscribed. Okay, I'm just trying to write in the best handwriting I can. If it gets oversubscribed, it likely will, because it is going to go for a gain, which means a lot of people are investing. For example, they say we only have 1 crore rupees to give out in the market, 1 crore worth of what people can buy, but 50 crores is what they actually get. So they're going to allot that money to all the people. So given that it is oversubscribed, 1 lakh rupees investment, of that only 5% will actually get invested. The rest of the money will be returned back to you after the completion, not right away. So they will take 1 lakh from you, but only invest 5 lakhs of it, and 95 will be uninvested, not with you, to stay with them. assuming on that 5%, you get a average 50% gain, which is you understand I'm not being conservative. I'm saying कि चलो 50% का gain आ गया. तो 5% of 1 lakh is what? 5,000. 5,000 पे 50% का gain आया. How much is that amount? 2,500. Yes, absolutely. So आपने 2,500 रुपए कमा लिए, right? Or like I said, 2.5% return on capital आ गया आपका. So now assume the other situation. In the other situation, this is what is going to happen. आपने 1 लाख रुपए invest करे, ये वाला, this one is going to go for negative. So this will not give you listing loss. Do you know why it's going to go for a listing loss? Because this will be undersubscribed. Means not enough people actually invested in this. So very likely, because this is undersubscribed, all of your money will get invested in this. So 100% of 1 lakh rupees gets invested. I'm saying let's take a conservative, sirf 5% goes for a loss. Okay. Here we're taking 50% gain. Here we're taking 5% loss. In this scenario, if 100% of 1 lakh rupees, which is 1 lakh rupees, gets invested and you get a 5% loss on that, how much rupee loss have you got on this? 5,000. Absolutely. Got it right. So now take this scenario. When you were to make money, you made 2,500. When you had to lose money, you lost 5,000. Assuming you invest in each of these, your loss size is what? 2,500 with a 50% probability. And even if you change the probability to 70-30, you'll still end up making almost zero and blocking your capital and taking an unnecessary risk. Agreed so far? Now looking at this, does it even make sense to invest in IPO? Does it make sense to invest in an IPO? जो साल में 5 7 10 होने हैं और उसमें भी वैसा लगा के कुछ आना नहीं है. On this basis. So now, would you like to learn how you can make money using the IPO and that make a lot of money doing so? Yes. Now, I'm going to share with you what Warren Buffett did. Would you like to learn the strategy that Warren Buffett used to make $90 billion in, I think, 4 or 5 years, or maybe even less than that? $90 billion is how he made that kind of money. So this is a time, if I'm not wrong, when iPhone 5 or iPhone 7 was launched, he invested in Apple. Okay. He did not invest in the IPO of Apple, which maybe happened in 1990s. He invested in Apple in the first time ever when the stock price crashed like crazy after the launch of iPhone. So this was either the fall of when the iPhone 5 was launched or iPhone 7, one of the two. When that happened, the stock prices went down so much because the expectation of people was so high, but the phone actually was not as good. That was the first time ever the stock price went down 20-30%. Warren Buffett bought 1% stake in that company. Now you're thinking 1% is not a big number. Just for you to know, Apple's cash reserve, मतलब cash में पैसा कितना पड़ा है उनके पास, liquid पैसा to deploy, that is more than many African and small European countries' GDP. Yeah, I'm going to say that one more time. Apple's cash reserve is way more than this GDP of many small African and European countries. Is that not crazy? So taking 1% stake in a company like that means investing big. This year, the return that Warren Buffett has made is $90 billion. That is more than the net worth he has of himself. So his Berkshire Hathaway, the company that he invested in, he used investments from there and made that kind of money. Now the question is, how are we going to do it for ourselves? That's the main question, right? That's what you're thinking. So the simple concept is, whenever you're investing in an IPO, there are certain problems and challenges with that. One, the major challenge is oversubscription or undersubscription. You never know. So the problem, let me just go back to my screen. The biggest problem is that you do not know the subscription or the allotment is a major problem. If you know 100% allot hona hai, to aap kar sakte ho. But jahan pe under allot hua, to that's where the equation goes off balance. The second reason is, do you know who makes the most amount of money in an IPO? Any guesses? In any IPO, who are the people who make most amount of money? Just make any guess. Put it in the comment box. Bankers, certainly, because they're merchant bankers, they charge a fees. They do. Investment bankers, yes. Who else? Anyone else? Can you think of anyone else who makes a lot of money in an IPO? Promoters, yes. Certainly, if they sell their stake, they do make a lot of money, or the valuation of the company inflates. So yes, at least unrealized gains, so definitely they get. The one people who make a lot of money in almost any single IPO is the private equity investors, PE investors. So for people who do not know, PE investors are those people who invest in a company before it gets listed, which is why it's called private equity. Uske baad, when it goes in IPO, it is public equity, which is what the equity stock market is all about. So In the private equity, people invest in a company before the IPO is launched, and their intention is the moment the IPO happens, I'm going to sell the stake and I'm going to make a lot of money. These are the people who always make a lot of money, because when, let's take an example. Let's say Arsh's example. So Arsh runs a manufacturing unit. Now the valuation of the manufacturing unit today is 100 crore rupees. Now in that 100 crore rupees, I come to Arsh and say, Arsh, can you sell 5% stake in your company to me? He sells it to me at 5 crore rupees, because 100 crores is the worth. I am asking for 5% of that. Now, this is the private equity value. Do you think the value of the company or the valuation will be the same when the IPO happens? Is it going to go up or go down? When the IPO happens, it's going to go up, because it is going to go in the stock market. Now it's available for everyone to invest in. Almost in every single case, the valuation of the company inflates, the multiples of their earning inflates. So that 100 crore company, while in PE was at 100 crores, in the IPO, the valuation will be inflated to 150 or 200 crores. So my 5% is valued twice or 1.5. So this is the best time for me to sell my stake and get out of that company. So PE investors always make money. So PE investors are better than IPO investors. That's one. Although they carry a lot of risk. So the point is, how can you be a part? And now I'm going to come to the conclusion. How can you take a part of the slice of making money in this? Because there are a lot of IPOs happening, the strategy that we are going to employ is exactly what Warren Buffett did. And that is the most safest strategy without taking a very high risk, because PE investing is very risky. If the company does not go for IPO, you'll never get your money back unless you find someone else to buy your stake. So we don't want to take that kind of risk. We want liquidity and we want return and we want safety as well. So if that is what you want, the simple strategy is investing in a good and great company after the IPO when the price falls. If I was to give you an example, let me show you a similar example of Facebook. Let me take you here. I'm going to show you what happened with Facebook. When Facebook was launched, the first few months, the price corrected for, I think, 2 to 3 years. It made no money for anyone. However, after that, you will see the trend of Facebook now, and you will wish you can go back and invest in that company again. So look carefully on the screen. So that has happened with Apple, that has happened with Facebook, so many other companies in the world. The whole single point I'm trying to make is, do not invest in the IPO. Invest after the IPO using technical analysis and knowing if the company is financially, fundamentally strong as well. Once both things are in your favor, then you invest with the sound knowledge of the company and the price pattern, and then you can be a part of that company. It could be 3 months, 6 months, or a year after. You don't have to rush into investing, because the markets will give you a chance for you to be able to invest in those kind of instruments. So now I'm going to show you Facebook. So we're looking at New York Stock Exchange, and I'm going to go into monthly candles. If you can see it on my screen, look at this. Or let me show weekly so it's easier for you to understand what I'm saying. Okay, we're going back in history. There we go. If you can see on here, if you follow my cursor, on the 21st of May 2012, Facebook listed at about $41, $42, and it went down almost to $30. The lowest was $29. So, and it did not broke that price until August 2013. So people, so can you see, can everyone follow what I'm showing? Can you follow what I'm showing? Yes or no? Comment box. Can you follow what I'm saying here? Or do you want me to explain again? Yes, okay. So for everyone, just reinstating what I'm saying, Facebook launched at $42, and for a year and a half, it did not make any positive returns. And it gave a good chance for people to buy something which was worth $42 even at $29. What happened after that? Look at the price now. Isn't that crazy? That thing worth $40 is now worth what? $264, and the high that it made was of $300. So it almost went up 10 times, even in an economic standpoint like this. Is that not crazy? That is exactly what we can also do. So we need to change the mindset. The mindset should be not investing in IPO, but investing right after the IPO and trying to find a discount there and then. So before you invest, you should know completely about the technical and the fundamental side of the company. Does it happen with every IPO? No, it does not happen with every IPO. Some IPOs go all the way up, some IPOs go all the way down. So it is different for every single time. However, Look at Apple. It might be we're not buying it today. We might buy it after 2 years, but we'll buy it when it is coming down, and we'll buy it when we are completely 100% in agreement that this is a good investment. This is a good value buy. So that is the whole point. You always have to look at value versus price, not just the price itself. Okay. Does everyone follow? We all follow the strategy now?
I really hope you enjoyed this detailed and thorough analysis we did on IPO investing and how to make it a successful investing venture. For more such advice, do follow my channel. And if you want to take action on the thing I've shared with you, click on the link below. You can get in touch with our team so we can help you to actually take action on all these things and start making money as well. Till then, see you and take care.